What's going on, my fellow reefers? Fragbox TV. Hey Tia, what are you doing?
I'm trying to see if the algae's growing.
Tia's messing her with the fuge. I don't think so. So last sort of video we did on this tank, we installed this Neptune Grow Refugium light. So any progress yet? Not really, huh? A little bit?
A little bit.
It's kind of hard to see.
We also did we do a water tank?
We have not, but since the last video, we were suffering with a lot of red slime, and we went ahead and used ChemiClean. I think we showed you that in the last video. Let me show you what we used to get rid of it, but it's looking good. We use this stuff here. Excellent stuff. If you're dealing with red cyano and you aren't unable to beat it in other ways, go ahead and get this stuff. It's a little miracle in a bottle. Really helped us to clean the tank. So if you guys have been following the build of this tank, it's kind of become a rock off. Does that make sense? Rock off? Scape off? Rock off? It sounds like I'm saying F off. Coral off? I got a new one ripped by the fellow reefing community here on YouTube for my crappy rock job on the left. It sounds really dirty when I say rock job. For my scaping over here wasn't too great, but it's filling in nicely. So this is my rock, left side, beautiful, stunning, wow. This is Tia's rock. It's okay. Actually, it's very nice too. So what do you guys think? Comment below. Which rock, which side of the tank looks better? More balanced, prettier, I don't know. Actually, let me get closer to give you, talk to you guys about what's really going on with this. So the red slime's gone, and we've kind of traded it for a little dino now that you got going on this end. This is very common. When you beat one algae, you kind of sometimes get another one. So from that red slime dying, we probably got more nutrients in the water, nitrates, phosphates, and so that's sort of feeding this little dino bloom. But I'm going to clear it up with probably some Rophos, run some GFO in here, and that should help suck up most of the silicates, phosphates, and I expect it to drown out. So I'll kind of walk through the tank and show you what's going on. We did add this SW8 Jibao over here and the Nero 5 over on this side, just to kind of showcase two different pumps. Both great. One's very expensive, one's not so expensive, but they both do the job. I wasn't a fan of the Reef Wave 45s. We did pull those off, but not to get sidetracked as I usually do. This is kind of, I'm into leathers. I'm in a softy mood, so I have some nice toadstools. This one over here in the back, and this larger green wild-caught Australian leather is doing really well. So when we were having that bad red cyano outbreak, the leathers were getting covered in red slime, and that's when we kind of took action, said, okay, that's enough, the corals are suffering, let's go ahead and use this stuff. A nice pajama cardinal. Who added this? Tia? You added the cardinal?
Yeah.
This is Tia's addition to the tank. Some nice purple photosynthetic gorgonian. This is really cool. Comes from the Caribbean. Some Duncan coral. This is branching Australian Duncan. So I use this in almost every tank I set up. I love Duncan, and I'll often put a few Duncan. So I got one over here, another one over on this side, and Tia's got a smaller one over here on her rock, but we'll do her rock next. Let me start with this one over here. Some nice birds of paradise. So closer to the top of the rock. You know what? The PAR isn't very intense. On this tank here, we're using the Radion XR15 Blues. Are we using one of their presets? Yeah, right? LPS mode or something? No, I think I took over. No, actually, I think I reprogrammed them. I made up a schedule, but it's working. Here's some branching Monty. Some more leather, as you can see. I really like leather, so you get this nice wavy, almost torch-like effect, like the LPS that have this nice movement with none of the sting and none of the problems, because they're just so easy to keep. Even back here, some more leather. Maybe it's a little green or top heavy with the green, so you got kind of a lot of green going on, and some micromusa. So this is almost like an acan, but the heads are a lot smaller. This is actually red and blue in person. In the back here I got some Suspicularia. So I like to put this high up because it's going to grow quite tall and adds some nice height to the tank, and some more purple gorgonian. And then as you move down, hello Clarkie, it's a beautiful Clarkie in there, start to get into the Euphyllias and LPS. So some hammers, and then one of every sort of torch that we had in stock at the time as I was building it. I really like torch corals. It's one of my favorite LPS coral. It's probably one of the most popular ones out there. They kind of look like anemones. You get tons of life, tons of movement added to the tank. They're just all around beautiful, beautiful coral. This yellow tang's got something going on with the lips. What's up with the lips, Tia, on this guy? He looks like he's got, looks like crack lips. Looks like he's doing drugs or something.
His beak is really long, like it's
weird.
teeth or something.
Sticking out, but he seems healthy. He's eating. And then over here, I think I'm basically done for corals. It's really quite full already. I don't have a lot more room, but I added some plating Montipora over to this side, so the red and the purple. And because they're of the same family, they're actually going to grow, hopefully, into one another as they plate out, and they won't kill one another. I hope. They generally shouldn't, but I want them to kind of spiral off this way to kind of fill in towards Tia's rock. Some red mushrooms, but they don't seem to be doing too well. They're actually kind of shrinking in size, getting smaller and smaller and falling off. This used to be covered with mushrooms, so maybe just a bad spot, too much flow. Probably you can see like this one is kind of letting go of the rock, or too much light. So anytime the coral's releasing from the rock, especially soft corals or mushrooms like that, it's telling you that it's not happy where it is and it's letting go in order to go find a better spot.
All right, Tia taking over here. So we're going to talk about my side of the rock. Let's start with something I don't love over here. So these akin colonies, they're super nice, but they're absolutely massive for this spot. Let's see if we can take a look at them from the side. So they're just kind of in temporary holding here for a bit, taking up some space. We don't mind. Got like a nice little elegance over here. He's probably going to get a bit bigger, so I'll definitely move him on to the sand bed. We're going to start a nice zoa garden here. The idea is to kind of get frags to grow into each other over time, not have it immediately looking super nice. Little akin garden over here. So this is ideally where I would want my akin side to be, not all these huge pieces. We're going to do a hammer garden along here. So slowly just collecting different varieties that we find through the store. Trying to get everyone to be a little bit different. So I love this little guy here. And this one, super nice, but really small right now. Let's focus on that one a little bit. There we go. At the top, just experimenting with a couple different SPS, Green Goddess. This one I think is just a miscellaneous, nice, deep red one. We got this really cool one in recently with really long polyps and millie. Cup corals in the back, really unique, odd LPS. I don't know if you can kind of see that one over there. Can't seem to focus on that one, but you get the idea. Monty, I'm going to try to grow over into March's rock. Now, I was thinking about putting a Galaxia in that area to try to kill off some of March's corals, but...
Get out of my rock. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Stick to your rock.
Yeah. That's it. We go back here.
Did you show the...
Froggy garden.
Show the millie.
I did. Nice millie.
That's so nice. Did you give him the name? Banana Blizzard.
Banana Blizzard.
Yeah.
Okay, we're calling this one Banana Blizzard. Let's go back to it a little bit. Then last thing is just a leather to kind of give some height in the back. Eventually it'll grow up pretty tall. I did have to add a little rock in the back and I'm not in love with it. So I'll probably shove it in a little bit more. Oh, and then little green hairy mushroom there. Now that's it. That's it from my side. The Clarkie. Here we go. Hey guy. Super cute fish.
Okay, that's it for today's video. Please comment below. Let us know what you think, how the tank's coming along. I think it's looking pretty good. We have a little competition going on here in the store. Maybe we'll run it for a couple more months and see whose side comes out nicer. And then the loser is going to buy the other person some sushi, because that's how we do it here. We eat fish in front of the fish. That's really messed up, isn't it? No, we shouldn't do that. Actually, what am I saying? You're a vegan. Yeah, it's only me that does that. Anyways, guys, this is Fragbox TV. Thank you very much for watching and happy reefing.